Don't. Mr. Grayson. No. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Hi, Sadie, girl's mama. Hi, Susan. Hi, Patty. Sometimes you don't. Mr. Grayson's acting like a nut, and I wish he won't. I wish he... Mr. Grayson, stop it. Mommy's going live on YouTube. Crazy cat. Hi. Peter Paul, Almond Joy got nuts. Peter Paul Mounds don't. Guys, I'm sitting outside on the front porch with just a light tunic. Hi, Jovi. Almond Joy has nuts. Yeah. Hi, I'm Susan. Welcome to Live Luck No More. I'm glad you're here for a Monday morning no content live stream. I'm getting a few puffs. It's a little cooler out here actually without my sweatshirt on. And this light tunic is, not quite enough. How you guys doing? Come back, chat. Oh, my word. Also, I don't see any mods in here, so y'all be good. Hi, Angie Sly. Are you guys doing okay? It's Monday. Of course, when you're old, wizened, and retired like me, Mondays aren't quite the big deal they are when you're a working person. I'm just grabbing a few puffs before we go inside and I show you my new faucet on the sink in our no content live stream. Good morning, Lillian. Are you watching me on the big screen TV? So, as a brief aside, have you guys ever taken a sip of coffee and then you kind of like got a little bit choked and the coffee came out your nose? Hi, Poppy. You're watching me on your big screen. Have you guys ever had coffee come out your nose? I did like about 15, 20 minutes ago. And I use, I sweeten and cream my coffee. Susan, you have. It is incredibly unpleasant. I'm not kidding you. Lillian, you've never had that happen? Oh my goodness. I was out here often, Sandra Neal, often. I was sitting out here having coffee and cigarette, I don't know, 30 minutes ago or whatever. And I don't know, I went to swallow wrong or something. And and when I did, I was sitting out here, right here. It literally like shot out my nose. I'm not kidding you guys. Susan, it's been a long time ago. I've never had it happen before. I hope it never happens again. Because to finish this little segment out, then you have to go blow your nose. And more coffee comes out. Okay, so we'll just, yeah. So there's that. So I suppose that's a Monday morning thing. I could classify that as a Monday. That's a Monday morning thing, and I hope it never happens again. Hi, Rhonda. How are you, love? Sandy, you feel like a nut more than sometimes? I'm a nut all the time. I like being nutty. A cigarette went out. I'm still waiting for you guys to tell me how you're doing. You know, usually I say, how are you? And then I just go on jacking my jaws. And I've apologized for that in the past. Hi, Grammy B. Your brain isn't engaging. That's fine, because sometimes you feel like a nut. I mean, I've never felt you, you know, like, so we're speaking figuratively here. Sandy, good here. You haven't washed away yet. Rhonda tries not to breathe when drinking so she doesn't choke. Poppy Red Mustang, you got the flaws, baby. Grammy B has to drive and listen with hearts and nuts. Well, Grammy B, as usual, you'll be listening to just me rambling. Ramble on, ramble on. Because as usual, I have no content. I'm just here to pump you up. All right, enough of that nasty cigarette. Let's go inside and see what's going on. And let me tell you about, Ramblin' Rose. Hi, Roberta's World. Hi, Pam Fogel. It's always good to see you, Roberta's World. You got some serious stuff coming up. Ramblin' Rose, Ramblin' Rose, where you ramble, no one knows. Wild and windblown, that's how you've grown. Who can cling to a rambling rose? Roberta, your daughter's husband calls her Nutmeg. Hi, Stephen's Adventure. That's a delightful name. Why does he call her Nutmeg? Or maybe that's too personal. Cute little nicknames like that sometimes are just. Roberta's World, I love your singing too. Oh, thank you, Pam. I'm braless, as always. Well, not always. Okay. All right. I just used the word always. You guys know how I feel about words like always, never, forever. And I just said it. I am more often than not braless. I'm wearing a tunic. Do you want to see the tunic? I also have leggings on. It's a tunic. Rather late 60s, early 70s looking. Not in age, but circa. I know that I'm 70s looking. Oh, you guys are so nice to me. I hope you are as nice. Hi, Carrie. I do, don't I, Roberta? I need a black velvet choker. I do. I bet I could find somewhere do they still have Notions shops? Remember, yeah, Lillian, Roberta's got some really serious stuff coming up, honey. I mean, serious. And I don't want to violate Roberta's privacy, but she's got some really serious health stuff that she's been dealing with for quite some time, actually. So, Roberta, I don't know what that is, honey. We don't have one of whatever that is. We used to have, but what I was going to say, darlings, do you remember when we had fabric stores? I mean, specifically designated fabric store. And you had the Notions section where you had this entire aisle of just rolls of ribbon of every color, width, texture, and all of that. Hi, Sassy Pants. When you had little repair shops, you know, where you could take your lawnmower or your vacuum cleaner, depending. Y'all remember that? Yeah, Sandy. And my mom was a quilter. And so we spent time together going to fabric shops where she would buy the bundles or salvage or different things like that. Roberta's World shoe repair. Yes. And I loved, I know, I'm a nut, okay? But I loved the smell of a shoe repair shop. There's nothing else in the world that I've ever smelled that smelled like a shoe repair shop. All of the leather and the like lubricants for the machines and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know. They're just. Rhonda used to go to fabric stores. Yeah. Sandy, I do. I love the smell of leather. I know in today's world that it's considered politically not correct. At the risk of sounding harsh, which I don't intend to, but I'm rather blunt often. They're going to kill the cow anyway. So why not make something useful out of the hide? Why not? Now, if you were to make this statement as an animal lover, if you're taking the animal's life out of sport or just to get its hide, no. So, Sandy, I've never felt deer skin. Well, no, wait. Sandy, during, I lied or misrepresented, but I didn't mean to. I actually misspoke. I'm trying to remember what they're actually called. It's like this tunic, and it's worn by Native Americans. And I don't even know if nowadays that's the correct political term. The leather over the leggings, made of deer. back in the day that I was touring with the female trio, and we were doing folk festivals, mountain man rendezvous, and things of that nature. Yes, I have actually. Yeah, Sandy, and I know there's a name, and I'm so embarrassed that it won't come to me. Nonetheless, yeah, it is soft. So anyway, on moving forward with a completely boring and no content live stream, I have to tell you the saga of the new faucet on the sink. I know that many of you, I'm not sure how many of you in the chat or that are watching from the bushes right now, saw the short that I uploaded on Saturday of Bob, my husband, under the sink, titled I Love My Plumber. Well, I'm going to flip the lens. Yeah, Carrie, all is well. All is well. But to fill time here on a no content live stream, I want to tell you the saga. Pam, you haven't seen it on the sink. And Lillian, I didn't get a new sink after all. Lillian, you remember on Saturday, I texted you and it's like, Bob is just, he's going to go buy me a new sink. He came back and he had a bag full of stuff, but there was no new sink, Lillian. And I said, you didn't get a new sink. He said, no, they're $120. I'm like, yeah. Even with his employee discount, a new stainless steel sink was $120. And I'm like, yeah, they are. And that's like inexpensive ones. And I flip the lens. And yes, there are a few dirty dishes in the sink. As I always say, I don't want to hear it. Hang on. By the way, normal people worry me, just so you know. Well, there's my new faucet and sprayer on my old sink. And it isn't dripping, and isn't it pretty? Isn't it lovely? Okay. You see this metal band around here? All right. Sassy, it does look nice, doesn't it? How crimes have consequences? Crimes, we're having a totally boring, completely content-free Monday morning live stream. So, Bob was working up under the sink, and I was outside. I came back inside, and there he had a towel, and he was somewhat, not totally high whisk, but a bit frantically sopping up water out from under the kitchen sink and the kitchen floor. So, being the good plumber's assistant that I am, naturally I dashed to the laundry room where I retrieved the mop. Now, in the meantime, let me say that Bob, unbeknownst to myself, had himself dashed, before I had come back inside, out the back door to the water meter to turn the water off at its source. He had turned it off under the sink. But here's what had happened. he accidentally bumped, and there's, I can't think of names of things this morning, but it's the water line. Hi, Spudler. It is the water, Carrie, baby, if you're still here, Carrie's still here. Carrie, darling, as an aside, very quickly in my storytelling, would you please drop a link for Spudler and Carrie, baby, if you can? Would you specifically drop the link to Spudler's video, Cognitive Dissonance? I think she just uploaded it yesterday, or it may have been Saturday. So it should be like right near the top. But Carrie, if that's too much for what you've got going on this morning, honey, if you're busy, if you could just grab her channel link. And Spudler, thank you for being here. I am very, very familiar with cognitive dissonance. And I found your program to be spot on. Now back to the story. I feel the love, Nano. Hi, love. Wasn't it an awesome video? Okay, let me finish my plumber story. Because I'll squirrel. Okay. The main line that brings the water into your house, but it's under your sink. Okay, all of our plumbing is late 60s, early 70s. Not all of it, but the majority of it. Okay. And he had somehow bumped that line and it disconnected. Okay. That resulted in him having to pull up okay, down here. Hang on. It's all okay, Susan, but it's just it's content for me this morning, okay? Just old housewifey stuff, talking about old housewifey stuff. Okay. See if I can, all right, hang on. He had to remove all of this. Every single 1, 2, 3, 4, he removed this and all of these, because when the water thing broke, back there in the darkness somewhere, let me get you guys back up and hope that I can get back up off the floor. Hang on, guys. I got to hold on to the counter to get up. Okay. He had to take all of that out. Then beneath that, flooring and subflooring had gotten wet, but not saturated because he cut the water off so quickly. And we got it all mopped up. And he said, I think this would be more efficient if I just take the sink out and do all the fixtures with the sink upside down outside, and then bring the sink back in and reseat it. So he does that. And I put a small, safe, portable electric heater underneath the sink, and we had that running all day, and it dried everything up real nice. And we left that open for a little over 24 hours until yesterday afternoon, except for actually putting the sink back in and turning the water back on after he had replumbed everything. But guys, that little metal band around the outside, we couldn't get it off, and it was so nasty under there. Like I said, this sink has been in this counter for what, over 40 years. And no matter how well you clean, under those little, and I was appalled. Obviously, he finally got the band off of it. We both scrubbed on it, got it nice and clean, got it back together. He got all the new fixtures on it, reseated the sink, and went back under the sink to do the reconnecting. Turned it on to check for leaks. And the main line, was dripping. Where Bob works, as you guys know, is a lumber yard and an Ace Hardware store, but they close at 1 o'clock on Saturday. So he's like, okay, I've got to run up to Ace Hardware and get one of these before they close. He comes back. And then he comes to me and he says, I got the wrong size. The fitting is the wrong size. He says, I was looking at the right size, but I was in a hurry and I grabbed the one next to it. And Ace Hardware was already closed. Thank the good Lord above for Tractor Supply, which is 4 blocks up the road. He hops in his pickup truck, runs up to Tractor Supply, comes back with the correct line, and it was the only one they had on a Saturday in a small town when everyone else is closed. Hooked it up, no leaks. Kids, my husband, Bob, is one of the most patient men, human beings, really, I have ever had the pleasure to encounter or share time with in my life. Through all of that, through yesterday putting things back together underneath the sink, he never once complained. Never once cussed. But it did give me an ample opportunity to remind my husband how much I depend on him. And you know what he said back to me? I depend on you too. I love him so much. I hope every single one of you out there has at least one person in your life that you can depend on. Whether it's plumbing or a shoulder to cry on. I wish everybody in the world could have a guy like Bob. Or a gal like Bob. So that's the sink story, and everything works beautifully. And he even put like all new, like the pipes, the drain pipes under the sink. He put new stuff. So I have a spiffy, clean old sink with all new fixtures. So that's the story. Hi, Gomer. I'm glad you're back. Crimes, your husband isn't allowed to start projects, period, and he will not finish it. Now, there's some things that Bob's a procrastinator, but it's mostly with things that are his stuff. Stuff out in the barn. But when it comes to things for me, the things that ensure that I can do what I want, what I need, what I should, um, the things that make my life easier, hi be the bean. Bob's pretty much all about that. And I don't mean to the point of spoiling me. And I'm not talking about buying things. I'm not talking about material possessions. Yeah, a new sink faucet and all of that work he did on Saturday and Sunday are things, they're objects, but they're tools in my life that make my work and my day easier. Hi, Crime Sleuthin'. Thank you, Crime Sleuthin'. No need to pass through, dear. You're welcome to hang out. So, anyway. Seems like there was something else I wanted to tell you guys about. How long have we been on here? 31 minutes. There was something else I had in my head. Let me see if I made any notes. Nope. I still haven't done the oatmeal cookies because the recipe that I told you I discovered on the oatmeal box, where you roll it in the crushed up cinnamon graham crackers, because of everything that Bob had to deal with here in the kitchen over the weekend, he didn't go grocery shopping and doing the pet care shopping until yesterday. And he got me the ingredients that I need for him. So I might do that today, or I might wait and maybe do a live. I know Thanksgiving is coming. It's right on top of us. But maybe before Thanksgiving, go live and at least partially make the cookies, see how they turn out. And speaking of Thanksgiving, our youngest son and our grandson will be here. It'll just be the four of us. And I mentioned the other day, Bob is going to smoke a turkey, and I'm going to do a corn casserole, some green beans, some candied yams, dinner rolls, pumpkin pie, and we'll hang out and be thankful. So I know there are lots of folks out there that maybe you're going to be alone on Thanksgiving. And maybe you're okay with that. And that's good. Hi, Act Right Bitches. That's good that you would be okay with that. But if you're going to be alone on Thanksgiving and you're really not okay with that, I'm contemplating going live briefly on Thanksgiving Day. If one or two of you drop by, that would be great. If nobody does, that's okay. If a whole bunch do, that would be fine as well. But I thought about just setting the phone up here on the counter like I so often do, and just having it on while we are doing what we are doing, or I am doing what I am doing, maybe just early in the morning as the day is getting going. Pam, your daughter and your husband will be with you, and she's doing everything. Hi, Rosemary and Thyme. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who is there. Grammy B, you think that'd be okay? Because it's not, it, for a little while, when I first thought about it yesterday, going live for on Thanksgiving from the kitchen, I thought, well, that could be intrusive into others' Thanksgivings. And then I went, no, wait. No. Because they have to choose to click. They have to choose to already be on YouTube. And that would mean that on Thanksgiving Day, they're looking for something. So, and I certainly wouldn't consider it intrusive for my, in air quotes, friends from the internet, YouTube more specifically, to join us in our home while we go about Thanksgiving things like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That's one tradition that we keep up with every year. And last year, I even did a search on old Macy's Day parades and watched some vintage. And I hadn't realized how much the balloons have changed, the characters. I had forgotten some of the disasters over the years that have happened at the Thanksgiving Day parades. They may not have Neil Diamond on a Christmas float this year, but oh well. Oh. Rosemary Carey is so good about channel sharing. The mods here know that because of the type of person I am, well, they know because we've talked about it. Carey most specifically because she's managing moderator. But since the inception of this channel, it has been the practice here to drop channel links for other channels that I think you might enjoy or appreciate. And sometimes it's merely because the creator has dropped into our chat and said hello. And that means that they have given us a click. And that means it helps us in the algorithm. Now, if they can do that and not be afraid to have their channel name seen in my live chat, the way this platform is, I think you all know what I mean by that. But the mere fact alone that they're willing to come into the chat and just say hello, that they've clicked on our channel here. What's it? Hi, Cash. Hi, our kid music. What's it going to hurt? Does that mean that if I recommend or we drop a link for another channel that you're not going to watch me? Do I, would a person have some sort of unreasonable fear that, oh my God, if I send you over to watch Spudler, you might not come back over here and watch me. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the language. I apologize. But this business about some kind of I own you as a viewer, I own you as a subscriber, I own you as a member. Trigger warning for language. Fuck that shit. And I hope every single one of you in this live chat or that are watching from the bushes, if you don't have it in your head by now, I certainly hope that you will work on getting it in there. There's not one single person with a channel on this platform that has any kind of ownership over you as a viewer or a chatter or a commenter. Not one. And don't you allow somebody that has a channel on this platform to treat you as if they do own you. Bullshit. This crap about, and I've seen it here and there, just smatterings of it, because I don't tend to watch shit channels unless I'm going to review them or drag them. Okay? But this crap about, if I see you over there in so-and-so's chat, you're going to be blocked over here. Fuck you, insecure motherfuckers that don't have enough confidence in yourself, your channel, your content, your subs, your viewers, your members to hold your fucking own against every other channel on this platform. And how dare you use fear and intimidation in any form in an attempt to control the people who watch you, you fucking narcissistic bitches and bastards. Take your egos and shove them up your asses, because that's exactly where they fucking belong. Headed up to here with every one of you motherfuckers. So, over here, our moderators drop the links to other channels. If I'm talking about the channel, they drop it. If the creator comes into the chat, they drop it. If you want to watch them, if you want to sub to them, if they are monetized, if you want to become a member or support them financially, that is up to you, because guess what? I don't pay your bills. I don't buy your food. What you do is your business, not mine. And guess what? It isn't anybody else's business on this fucking platform either, where you go and what you do, what you say, and where you send money or anything else. That is a sign of insecurity on the part of the creator. And I have noticed a number of them will use fear of ostracizing you from that community if you don't kowtow to the creator's demands. Fuck that shit. I didn't know I was going to get wound up this morning. Yes, Rosemary and Thyme, it's that simple, love. It is absolutely that simple. Lack of self-confidence and insecurity, and those are both trademarks of a malignant narcissist. And this platform is rife with them. Unlike Sigma females, which many of you are, but you don't know it. That is why on the community tab here, with increasing frequency, you are getting channels that I am sharing in hopes of your journey of self-discovery. We Sigma females are not the same as Alpha females. We're a different breed. And I know that many of you, and yes, I said I know that many of you that come into this chat room are Sigma females as well. You just don't know it yet. If you'll watch some of the things I'm sharing on our community tab, you'll figure it out. And those of us that are Sigma females need to step up. Step up, darlings. And I'm not talking about necessarily here on the platform. Step up in life. Don't be afraid to be who you are. There's nobody else in the world like you. You are unique. That means that you have something to contribute that is your very own, that nobody else has. Don't hide your lights under baskets. Now, something to read, and we know what that's going to come from, don't we? And then I guess I could sit down. I haven't worked on the birdhouse yet, because I haven't worked on the birdhouse or this shadow. Well, now I did work on the shadow box. I cleaned it up. The thing that Bob brought me that I'm going to do the shadow box right there. Okay. I got it all cleaned up. I haven't worked on the little birdhouse at all. Not out of procrastination, but the same thing. Okay. So let's sit down. Ooh. Hi, Candy. Cash, what did you say, baby? Put a little birdhouse in your soul. Is that a real line, Cash? Is that a real lyric line? Or are you doing wordplay off of take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide kindness will be your guide, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. All right. Smoke them if you got them. Hi, not a drama, Nana. Oh, not a drama, Nana. You could be rewatch crew. I haven't read yet. I was just singing while we were shifting gears. John McKinney. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more. You guys remember playing hot potato? Did you ever play hot potato when you were a kid? Cash, did you scare yourself playing Scrooge in A Christmas Play? I was just checking your eyes. This is, it's a, this is, like the doctor. I'm checking y'all's eyes. See? You're all looking pretty good. Well, now. Hello. Have you guys been here long? No, Willow. Don't. Okay. Wait. I just got all squinty eyed. All right, okay, that's enough. That's enough. I'm laughing at myself. I'm okay. I'm okay. Get down, Willow. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. You're okay. I'm okay. You're not okay. I'm not okay. You're okay. I'm not okay. You're not okay. Y'all remember that book from the 70s? Here we go. Getting the most out of life. An anthology of biographical and autobiographical stories published in 1946, copyright held by the Reader's Digest. And no, I have not pre-selected. I'm kind of enjoying just opening the book and going to whatever. Okay, let me peruse. See what today we can find that will help us to get the most out of life. Okay. This particular short reading is from a writing titled Children Can Be Taught Life. We've read a little bit from this particular story before. But we're going to actually not read from, let me amend. We're not going to read from Children Can Be Taught Life. We're going to read the little paragraph that is from something else that is included at the end of each of the stories. Okay, it's associated, but it's not written by the same author. This was written by someone named Aubrey Tiddy, or Tidy, Tidey. Copyright 1942, 1943. The Reader's Digest Association, Incorporated. And the title of this short reading is Not a Sparrow Shall Fall. When I was 11, Oh, let me begin again. I'm sorry, I'm stoned now, so. Not a sparrow shall fall. I was 11 when my father gave me an air gun. My first victim was a thrush, and though elated by my marksmanship, I felt guilty. Later, I found my father removing flies and insects from a spider's web and putting them into a matchbox. "What are you doing, Daddy?" I asked. "Come with me and I'll show you," he replied. He led the way to the garden and showed me a nest of 4 young birds. My father dropped the insects into the wide open mouths. Early next morning, he came to my room. In his hand was the body of one of the birds. "It died during the night," he said. That evening, we found another one dead. And a few mornings later, he brought in the 3rd body. "That last one's a sturdy-looking little fellow," Father said later. "Looks as though he might try out his wings pretty soon." But he explained he was probably weak, for we hadn't been able to do the incessant feeding that young birds require. One day we found him rocking precariously on a twig. To me, it seemed the most important thing in the world that this bird must fly. There was a flutter, and he was off the branch. For a second, his wings beat vainly, and then he fell to the ground. His legs kicked once, and he was dead. "Oh, Daddy," I cried remorsefully. "It's all my fault. I killed their mother." "I know, son, but don't worry about it. It was a thing that most normal boys do. But I wanted you to see how impossible it is to hurt anything or anybody without hurting others. Often yourself the most." The end. Children can be taught life. An 11-year-old boy doing what little boys pretty much comes to them naturally. Not thinking ahead. The ripple effect. The impact on the others. The end. Please, when it comes to your words and your actions, always keep in mind that the person you are directing them at is not the person who will be hurt. Crimes, isn't it? I almost started crying. And as is so often, I don't know if it's serendipitous moments. I don't know if it's the Lord above. I don't know if it's just happenstance or fate or whatever. But every time that I don't pre-select our reading, and I mean every time so far, whatever we end up reading seems to dovetail with something in our no content live stream. So Yeah, very important and very few words. All right, darlings, we've been on here an hour, so I need to sing you out so that we can get on with our day. Um, and for some reason today, I'm feeling reluctant to say goodbye. I don't know why. I'm I'm fine. I'm good. I feel good. My heart, my head are, you know, balanced and level today for the most part, as much as they can be in this day and age. But I don't know. For some reason, I'm feeling reluctant to end the live. Okay. Well, guys, here's the thing. I don't know how much battery power I have left. But I can leave us running for a while, and I do need to. I'm going to try one that I could be wrong who left the comment, but I think it was Rosemary in Time. I apologize if I'm wrong. Left a comment under one of the shorts for Summer Wells. I believe from yesterday, the song that I chose for the soundtrack on that one was The Impossible Dream from Man of La Mancha, The Quest. And if it wasn't Rosemary in Time, it was somebody said they thought I could do that song. It was you, Rosemary. Well, we're about to find out. But I definitely have to stand up. Let me go turn down the bird chirping. You guys have heard of Sleepless in Seattle? I'm Brawless in Heber Springs. Mm-hmm. All right, keeping in mind that there is a completely invisible orchestra. There's an entire orchestra behind me. Hi, Sleuth Mom. Hi, baby. It's good to see you. Baby, I'm getting ready to end it. You always walk in at the perfect, you said morning, but I bet you meant moment. I've been lurking in the bushes, Sleuth Mom. I've been doing a lot of listening while I'm doing other things because there's a lot around this place to do in the autumn, getting ready for winter. But there's our Sleuth Mom. Okay, here we go. Sandy's Brawless in California. I've stalled as long as I can. Rosemary in Time. If I fall flat on my face with this, I'm blaming you. Hope I can remember the words. Now I need to turn down the Native American music in the other room. I found that if I play Native American flute and drum in my office when I'm not in there for the Ninja Kittens, I don't know, it has like this mellow effect on them. Okay. Cassius Brawless in the UK. To dream the impossible dream. I'm scared. I'm scared. I think I was too high. To dream the impossible dream. To fight the unbeatable foe. To bear with unbearable sorrow. To run where the brave dare not go. To right the unrightable wrong. To love pure and chaste from afar. To try when your arms are too weary. To reach the unreachable star. And this is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one person scorned and covered in scars still strove with her last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable stars. Darlings, please continue putting into practice being kind one to another, always remembering it's not going to hurt you one single bit, and it's not going to cost you one thin dime. And that kindness is going to come back to you tenfold when you are least expecting it, but you are needing it the very most. Now, please as you step out onto the main streets of YouTube or into your life. Put out what you want to get back. You'll never be disappointed. Now, God bless and keep you till we meet again. I'll see you on the flip-flop, and if I don't see you before, we'll go live for a little while on Thanksgiving Day. Now, get the fuck out of my house. I've got shit to do. I love you all. To reach the unreachable star.